Hey guys, it's Nikki from StealthShampoo, and I'm proud to bring you guys the world premiere of Evolve Stage 2, the new free-to-play title by Turtle Rock Studios, based off the game you guys are all familiar with, Evolve. We got a ton of updates that we're going to go over in this video, so buckle up and get ready. First off, we're going to talk about some matchmaking updates. The matchmaking is faster and better than ever. First off, because it's free-to-play, there are going to be many more players who can hop in. Matchmaking queues have been split into ranked, hunt, and custom. As you can see right here, arena is still in the game. That's only available in private custom matches though. And defend, nest, rescue, and evac have all been removed. Evac was a big selling point of the first game, the main game, but defend, nest, rescue all have been removed. So no more evac, because those are the game modes that partially comprised of that game mode. Now, of course, I'm going to miss Defend a little bit. I like those unique maps. I think it was a nice little twist every now and then. Not exactly competitive, but Nest and Rescue were shiz on a stick, so I'm pretty glad those are gone. The leaderboards will be reset, so I will not be sitting at the top of the PC leaderboards, and you PC guys have a chance to take that spot back. Just want to point out the fact, though, that a console player was top of the PC leaderboard, so suck it. Map updates. Lots of maps have been removed from the game. Namely, all of the Broken Hill maps. Broken Hill Foundry was one of the dumbest maps I have played on in the history of all video games, and I'm so glad it is gone. In fact, you can actually throw a dome on that map that traps the monster so that his head is touching the top of the dome. That's how vertical that map. Anyway, I'm not here to vent. Map updates. Distillery, Weather Control, Orbital Drill, and Wraith Trap remain. Those are the only 4 maps. We discussed this. TRS figured out these are the most competitive fair maps. We saw this a ton in ESL, in TGL. These were by far the most popular maps and the most well balanced. So they come back. Generally, these maps are bigger and they're really well lit, really well done. The maps are brighter. The foliage is foilier. It looks much cleaner. So, ton of new changes to the maps that you guys already know and love. Now time to get into some of the biggest changes. Hunt has been completely redesigned. We are going to be moving more towards a more combat-oriented, less chasey hunt system. So, first off, all hunters can throw the dome. The reason they're doing this nowadays is because some derps, particularly people who are newer at the game, could never catch the monster. Now, you got a bad trapper, doesn't matter. Anyone can now throw the dome, get that online. The dome works a little differently now in that it is much longer, but the time on the dome is significantly reduced when the monster takes significant damage or if a hunter is down, which means that the fights are actually going to be fights and not constant dodging in the dome, taking advantage of loops, monsters running around, stuff like that. It's going to force combat and it's going to force stage 1 fighting if the monsters are caught. And of course, they're more likely to get caught because all the hunters have the dome, but also because the dome timer is going to be super long unless one side or the other takes health damage or down penalties. This is really going to help improve the early game. Now, that sounds bad for monsters, but starting off now, monsters get 4 points when they spawn in. So you get 4 points when you start at stage 2, you get 3 more points. At stage 3, you get 2 points. So they just moved a little bit of that stage 3 power to stage 1, which I think is a great idea. Speaking of tracking down monsters and encouraging fights, trappers obviously no longer have the dome specific to their class, so they get the planet scan, which points monsters out on their compass. Now, while this is a helpful tool, they still have all of their original tracking devices: Abe's tracking dart, Griffin's sound spikes, Daisy, Jack's satellite, Crow, Golby. So all of those things remain in the game as extra tools to help find the monster. Now, of course, some of the other classes have been redone. Medics have been redone in small ways. The heal burst remains the same, though. Supports all have a shield burst, so you can be a little bit less afraid of taking Bucket and Cabot and their complete lack of defensive ability. Now, the reason they changed the cloak, not so fun to play against, hard to counter for newer players, and the shield burst helps give the team that sturdiness, that staying power in fights that they need. Now, it's not a huge shield, but everyone in range will get a small shield that will decay after a short time. So the supports will need to use that to keep themselves alive because they don't have cloak anymore, as well as the rest of their team, particularly their medics. Now the assaults have a shield still, but it's now called the defense matrix, which sounds a lot cooler. It's a lot more noticeable special effects wise, and it gives you a strong damage resistant buff. Not exactly complete immunity, so the monster can still get an assault down if they're at low health, and they pop that. Now, another huge update coming to the game is the perk system. There are tons of perks in the game that you have to activate with silver keys, and we'll talk about silver keys in just a moment, but there are 3 levels of perks. You have minor, major, and superior perks. Of course, as you go up that scale from minor, major to superior, those perks become more powerful. You can select one of each tier, or you can decide to not go with any of them and take that into a hunt match. Now, these will do things like increase your movement speed, damage resistance, or it can do a combination of things. For example, increase your feed speed and movement speed to help stage you up faster. Picking your favorite perks will help turn the tide of battle. You can pick perks that all stack on each other and all complement each other. You could take some damage resistance and some feed speed for in-dome fighting and feeding speed to get out of domes and get ready for the next fight. A lot of stuff has been changed with the perk system. Mainly now you can take 3 of those, and we'll talk about those silver keys in just a moment used to unlock those perks. There have been a ton of visual changes in the game as well, notably Goliath's charge, Kraken aftershock, stuff like that, so you know exactly when you're not going to be hit. So you will be able to dodge these abilities properly. Some special effects going along with that. There is now an announcer in hunt mode, and let's start pushing for that StealthShampoo announcer pack, ladies and gentlemen. And there's also various updated sound effects in the world, just adding in to help complement the maps. Performance updates for those of you on PC, quicker load times, smaller download size, that's just general quality of life stuff. A couple UI redesigns. The progression has been changed. The mastery system and the old profile system have been removed, and now there is new individual character progression for each hunter and monster, and you can earn things for this progression. You can get perks, badges, skins, silver keys. You can get elite hunter skins for all variants, prime skins for monsters and their variants for reaching level 40 with those characters. So you play that character, you rank up that character specifically, and you also have your account level. This is similar to the character level and command level in Battleborn. In this game, you have some leveling with your account so you can get rewards like keys. There's a login bonus, which has been really, really popular in games lately. We've seen this implemented actually in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 with the daily contract system. You log in, you get cool stuff. You log in repeatedly, consecutive days, you get even cooler stuff. The challenge system now gives you rewards for playing matches in multiplayer. And let's go over those silver keys finally. So these silver keys are earned through those daily challenges like I was talking about, or through standard matchmaking play. So far, there's no word on whether or not you can buy these keys separately in a microtransaction because this is a free-to-play title now. We'll have more word on that later on. The tutorial mode remains. I played through it. It's the exact same thing as it was before, and you have to play through those to unlock Goliath or Markov. It's the easiest way to do it. You might be able to unlock them other ways with keys in the future, but I recommend playing through those tutorials. Even if you're a veteran player like me and you played them, you can play that blindfold. I played that thing like 50 billion times. Rank mode, by the way, as part of progression, has been locked until level 20, encouraging players to get their feet wet, know what the classes do, know what the monsters do before they hop in. Now, a little more with the silver keys. You can also use those to buy monsters, hunters, skins, weapons, character skins, as well as character weapons. So as you can see here, the character skins and character weapons also change. Other changes have come to the game. For example, Bucket's UAV has been replaced by an ability recharger that he can use to recharge his teammates' class abilities like the heal burst and the world scanner. Anyway, that is just a general overview of what's changed in Evolve Stage 2. It's currently in its beta phase right now, and you guys should be able to get your hands on it very soon. Stay updated with Evolve at Evolve Game on Twitter. With me, StealthShampoo. I'm getting back into it, getting back in the casting at StealthShampoo on Twitter. And for more early Evolve Stage 2 free-to-play access, tune in to twitch.tv/StealthShampoo. All these links are down in the description. I'm your host, Nikki, and I'll see you all some other time.